He put a ring on her finger, and the next day tried to remove her from active duty. Captain Lena Carter stood in front of the mirror, adjusting her navy blue uniform. Royal Air Force insignia, perfect posture, controlled breathing. Today wasn't just another mission briefing. Today was her engagement announcement. If you enjoy strong female military revenge stories, like this video, subscribe, and comment. She will rise again. Outside the officers' club, laughter and celebration filled the air. Senior officers, family guests, and media were invited. At the center of it all stood Commander Ethan Blake, her fiancé, tall, confident, the kind of man people trusted instantly. He smiled as Lena walked in. "You look incredible," he said softly, holding her hand. For a moment, Lena allowed herself to believe in happiness, because Ethan had always seemed different. He supported her career. He never complained about her missions. He even said, "I fell in love with a soldier, not someone I can control." The ceremony began. Applause, photos, speeches. Then Ethan took the microphone. "Today isn't just about love," he said, smiling at Lena. "It's about building a future, together." Lena smiled back, but she didn't notice the assistant officer, behind him quietly handing Ethan a sealed file. Ethan opened it, mid-speech. His expression changed for half a second, then returned to calm. "Actually," he continued smoothly, "there is one more thing I need to address." A pause. The room quieted. Ethan turned toward Lena and said the words that froze her. "Blood. Captain Lena Carter is being temporarily suspended from active flight." "Duty, silence." Lena blinked. "What?" Whispers spread instantly. Ethan continued, calm and professional. "Due to a confidential internal review regarding flight risk assessment and emotional stability concerns." Lena stepped forward. "That's not true." Ethan didn't even look at her. Effective, immediately. Her world didn't collapse loudly. It collapsed quietly. Like something inside her had been switched off. After the ceremony in the hallway, Lena grabbed Ethan's arm. "Look at me." "What did you just do?" Ethan finally met her eyes, and for the first time, she saw something unfamiliar. Not love, not guilt. Control. "You're still too emotional, Lena," he said softly. "This is for your own good." "My own good?" She repeated. "Yes, you. Don't need to be in the cockpit anymore." Her voice dropped. "You used our engagement to ground me." Ethan adjusted his cufflinks. "I protected you from worse consequences." Lena let go of his arm, not because she understood, but because she realized something worse. He wasn't confused. He planned it. That night, RAF housing quarters. Lena sat alone in her room. Her engagement ring lay on the table. A symbol. A trap. Her phone buzzed. A message from unknown number. "You shouldn't have trusted Commander Blake. This is only step 1. Lena stared at it. Then, slowly looked at her uniform hanging on the wall. Something shifted in her expression. Not anger, not sadness, focus. She whispered to herself. "If you wanted me out of the sky, you should have made sure I couldn't fly back." Lena secretly accesses classified personnel logs and discovers Ethan didn't just suspend her. He has been building a case against her for months using someone inside her own unit. The person destroying her career wasn't outside the base. It was someone she trusted with her life. Lena Carter didn't sleep that night. She sat in her small RAF quarters, staring at the ring on the table like it was evidence in a crime scene. Not of love, of planning. At 03:17 a.m., she finally stood up. "If I'm being taken down," she whispered, "I need to know who's holding the knife." Lena wasn't supposed to be here. The internal intelligence wing was locked to active duty clearance only. But Lena still had something Ethan underestimated. Her access hadn't been fully revoked yet. One bypass code, one window, one mistake from someone else. She slipped into the system. Her fingers moved fast. Search. Captain Lena Carter, internal review case file. A file opened instantly. Her eyes narrowed. It wasn't a small investigation. It was months of collected evidence, flight logs, psychological notes, incident reports, all carefully structured, too clean, too organized, too intentional. "This isn't an investigation," she whispered. "This is a build-up." Then she saw it, a recurring signature on multiple reports. Captain Oliver Grant, her squadron colleague, her training partner. The man who once said, "You're the only pilot I trust in the air more than myself." Lena leaned back slowly. No, it can't be him. But the system didn't lie. Oliver had submitted emotional instability concerns, risk during combat simulations, unpredictable decision patterns, all signed, all approved, all feeding directly into Ethan's case file. Flashback. 3 months ago. Lena remembered Oliver laughing in the hangar. "You're pushing too hard again, Lena. Even machines need rest," she had smiled. "I'll rest when the mission is done." He had nodded. So supportive, so calm, so close. Now it all felt different, like a performance. Back to present, Lena slammed the desk softly. "So that's how it works." A voice echoed in her memory. "Ethan, this is for your own good. Oliver, you need someone to balance you. 2 men, 2 roles, 1 plan." Lena dug deeper into the system logs. A hidden communication thread appeared, encrypted, but not perfectly hidden. She decrypted it in under 10 minutes. The messages were short, cold, businesslike. "Ethan Blake, Oliver Grant. Keep documenting her. We need 3 more reports for formal removal. Oliver Grant, Ethan Blake. She trusts me completely. It's easy." Lena froze. The room felt smaller, not because of fear, because of clarity. For a brief moment, her hand trembled, not from heartbreak. From realization. She had flown missions with Oliver. He had guided her through simulations. He had sat beside her during debriefings. And all that time, he was writing her downfall. Lena closed the file, then opened it again. This time, her expression changed. No more shock, no more disbelief, only structure, only planning. She whispered, "You used my trust as ammunition." At 04:02 a.m., Lena opened a secure outgoing channel. She typed 1 line. "I need full reinstatement of operational privileges. I have internal corruption within RAF command." Then she paused and added, "And I have proof." Before sending, she looked at the ring one last time, then removed it. Not violently, not emotionally, just final. Lena is quietly reinstated for a covert internal operation. But she learns something terrifying. Ethan already predicted her move and set a trap inside the mission itself. She thought she was coming back to clear her name, but the mission itself was designed to destroy her. At 06:30 a.m., Lena Carter received a response, short, official, cold. "Temporary reinstatement granted. You will be assigned to Operation Black Horizon under restricted oversight. No apology, no clarification, just control." Lena stared at the message. "They didn't reinstate me," she muttered. "They reassigned me." 2 hours later, Lena stood inside a briefing room. Same base, different energy. Half the officers wouldn't meet her eyes. The ones who did looked uncertain. At the front stood General Harris Cole, RAF Strategic Command. He didn't smile. "Captain Carter," he said, "you've been cleared for a sensitive internal operation." Lena nodded. "What's the objective?" General Cole placed a file on the table. "Identify and eliminate unauthorized data leaks within RAF intelligence." Lena opened it and froze. Every leak report traced back to one pilot, her. She looked up slowly. "This is incorrect. Cole didn't react. It's verified." Lena flipped through pages faster. Flight logs altered. Communication timestamps manipulated. Security breaches she never made. all pointing to one conclusion. Lena Carter is the source of internal compromise. A low murmur spread in the room. She felt it immediately. They were watching her reaction more than the file. Testing her, waiting for collapse. Instead, she closed it calmly. This is fabricated. A pause. Then Cole spoke again. You are either the most manipulated officer in RAF history. He leaned forward slightly, or the most dangerous one. Lena stepped outside the briefing room after dismissal. Her mind wasn't spinning, it was organizing. Patterns, timelines, intentions. Someone didn't just want her removed, they wanted her erased with justification. A voice came from behind her. You look the same. She turned. Captain Oliver Grant, calm, confident, familiar, too familiar. Lena stared at him. You wrote the reports. Oliver didn't deny it. I documented what I saw. You destroyed my career. He sighed. I protected the unit. Lena stepped closer. No. You protected Ethan. A flicker. Just a flicker. But she saw it. Oliver lowered his voice. You don't understand how high this goes, Lena. I understand perfectly, she replied. He hesitated, then continued. Ethan wasn't acting alone. That landed differently. Lena narrowed her eyes. Explain. Oliver glanced around. For the first time, cautious. There's a defense committee inside RAF Command. Private investors. External contractors. They needed a pilot like you, and then they needed you gone. Lena processed that slowly. So Ethan was assigned to me. Oliver didn't answer directly, but silence was enough. That night, Lena accessed mission parameters for Operation Black Horizon and noticed something disturbing. The operation wasn't just about leaks. It required a field pilot, a live flight simulation interception, a real-time drone engagement scenario. And the assigned pilot? Captain Lena Carter. She leaned back. No. The mission was not investigation. It was performance-based elimination. If she succeeded, they would blame recklessness. If she failed, they would confirm instability. Either way, she loses. Her encrypted comm device activated unknown caller. She already knew who it was. She answered. Ethan's voice came through calmly. Welcome back to active duty. Lena stayed silent. He continued. I knew you'd return. You always do. Her voice was low. You set me up. A soft pause. Then Ethan replied. No, Lena. I gave you a chance to prove me wrong. Her grip tightened. You turned my life into a controlled experiment. Ethan's tone stayed steady. No, I turned it into a necessary correction. Before she could respond, Ethan added, one more thing. Lena waited. If you complete tomorrow's mission successfully. A pause. You will be cleared permanently. And if I don't? Silence. Then Ethan. Then you were never fit to fly again. Call ended. During the mission, Lena discovers the drone system is being manually controlled by someone inside RAF Command. And the operator isn't Ethan. It's someone she thought was already on her side. The drones weren't autonomous. Someone was flying them against her in real time. The sky above the North Sea looked calm. Too calm. Captain Lena Carter sat inside the cockpit of the RAF interceptor jet, eyes locked on her HUD display. Operation Black Horizon. Lev status. Active. Her breathing was steady. Her hands were steady. But something in the system wasn't. Control check complete, the tower voice said. Begin engagement protocol. Lena didn't respond immediately, because she could see it. 3 hostile drones, approaching her flight path. Too precise to be random, too coordinated to be automated. This isn't AI, she muttered. This is guided.
Fox Lead, you are cleared to engage. Command said. Lena adjusted her throttle. Copy. She locked onto the first drone. Missile launch. Direct hit. Explosion in the sky. But instead of retreating, the remaining drones adjusted instantly. Sharp maneuver. Perfect timing. Like they were reacting to her inputs in real time. Lena's eyes narrowed. They're reading me. Suddenly, her cockpit screen flickered. A new signal appeared. Manual override link established. Lena froze. That's impossible. A second later, her targeting system shifted slightly. Not enough to crash her, just enough to misalign her aim. She fired again. Miss. The drone countered immediately. A near miss slammed her aircraft's wing turbulence. Warning alarms erupted. System instability detected. The AI voice warned. Lena gritted her teeth. This isn't instability. It's sabotage. Her gums crackled. A voice came through. Not Ethan. Not General Cole. But someone familiar. Still flying the same way you did in training. Lena's expression changed instantly. Oliver. Captain Oliver Grant. He was in the control system. Inside the live operation feed. Lena stabilized her jet. You're controlling the drones. A pause. Then Oliver replied, I'm ensuring the mission integrity. Her jaw tightened. You're trying to kill me. Another pause. Then, no, I'm testing you. Oliver's voice continued as she dodged another missile. You always thought Ethan was the planner. Lena weaved through turbulence. But he doesn't think in systems, Oliver said. He reacts. I design. That hit differently. Lena whispered. You built all of this, Oliver responded calmly. I refined it. Her HUD suddenly changed again. A second override layer activated. Now, she wasn't just fighting drones. She was fighting her own flight controls. Manual control restricted. The system announced. Lena's eyes widened. They locked me into the mission. Oliver's voice returned. You're exactly where we need you. Lena pulled hard on the stick. The jet resisted slightly, not fully disabled. Just constrained. A controlled cage. Then something unexpected happened. A second signal entered the system. Unauthorized access detected. Oliver's tone shifted. What? Lena noticed it too. Someone else was inside the network, and they were breaking Oliver's control layer. One drone suddenly froze midair, then crashed. Another lost targeting sync. Lena whispered, Someone's helping me. A new comm channel opened. Ethan's voice, but not calm this time. Oliver shut the system down. Lena blinked. Oliver responded sharply. You don't give me orders here. A tense silence. Then Ethan said something that changed everything. She's not the target anymore. Lena froze. What? Oliver went silent. Ethan continued. The committee approved termination of the program. Lena's breathing slowed. Program? Not mission. Program. Lena quickly accessed a hidden layer in her cockpit system. One encrypted file unlocked automatically. Title: Project Aegis, Pilot Behavior Control Trial. Her blood went cold. She wasn't in a mission. She was in a behavior experiment. Oliver wasn't just tracking her. Ethan wasn't just evaluating her. They were both part of a system testing, emotional stress response, loyalty under betrayal, combat decision instability. Lena whispered. So everything was data. Her jet cleared the last drone. But instead of returning to base immediately, she made a decision. She opened a private channel, unknown recipient, and sent one line, I know what Project Aegis is, and I'm not your subject anymore. Then she switched her aircraft into manual override, full control. Full freedom, and turned her jet back toward RAF command base. Oliver's voice came through, urgent now. Lena, don't do this, she replied softly. You trained me to fly under pressure. A pause. Then, now watch what happens when I'm not under yours. Lena lands back at the base, not as a subject, but as a witness with classified proof that could destroy RAF command. And Ethan is waiting for her on the runway. She landed the jet. And the man she once loved was already waiting to end it all. The RAF base was on full lockdown. Alarms had stopped, but tension hadn't. Captain Lena Carter's jet touched down smoothly on the runway. No celebration. No clearance team running toward her. Only silence. And one figure standing ahead. Commander Ethan Blake. Lena stepped out of the aircraft. Helmet off, eyes locked. Ethan walked closer, slow and controlled. "You weren't supposed to come back," he said. Lena replied coldly, "I wasn't supposed to survive your system either." A pause. Wind between them. Then Ethan said something quieter. "You were never a subject to me." Lena laughed once. "No, then what was I?" Ethan looked at her for a long moment and answered, "The only pilot who could break it." Lena activated her wrist device. A data stream projected into the air. Project Aegis FILES, full recording, Oliver's voice. Ethan's orders. Committee approvals, system manipulation logs. Every betrayal. Every calculation. Lena spoke clearly. "This is what you built." Soldiers around the runway started to freeze. Officers watching from command towers went silent. Ethan didn't deny it. Because it was already over. From the control tower, Oliver's voice came through one last time. "We can still contain this." Lena looked up. "No, you can only lose it." Then she sent the full data package. Public military channels. Defense Oversight Board. External command networks. Everything. Ethan stepped closer. "You're destroying your own career." Lena shook her head. "You destroyed it first." A pause. Then Ethan said softly, "I did it because I believe you become unstoppable." Lena met his eyes. "I already was." Military sirens began again, but different now. Not pursuit. Containment of command failure. Oliver was detained remotely. Internal committee collapsed within minutes. Ethan didn't run. He just stood there, watching her. Lena turned toward her jet. "You taught me how to fly under pressure," she said. Then added, "Now I fly without permission." She walked away, not broken, not owned. Just free. If you want more powerful female military revenge stories, like this video, subscribe and comment. She rose beyond control.